To the Stanford Cardinal and to legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? Dropping back, it's Saunders. Finds his tight end. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Looks as if Stanford will have enough for the first down. Fourth and short, ball right at midfield, but look, I'm going to confess, it at least crossed my mind that they might be trying to draw the defense outside.
I hear you, but you're going for this every time, right?
Oh, you have to, because there's nothing to gain by not going for it. You back up and punt, what do you really gain by that? To the ground, he's got it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Here comes the offense on second down. Let's go. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. And he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cardinal.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He'll pull it on the read.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in their run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They'll go to the ground. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Smith dropping to pass. Coming after it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They want to run it left here. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Dances away from one. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Saunders. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. To the air on first down. Makes his connection. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Stanford 7, App State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll try the run. Knocked down at for 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Smith wants to throw. It's complete to the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Mountaineers have this offense rolling. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Mountaineers in the hurry-up. Defense in press coverage. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Leaves it with the running back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to it. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the running game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Stanford!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who can score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Toledo was able to cap off a close one inside the Glass Bowl with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Nice move there. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Mountaineers are in the hurry-up. Smith dropping to pass. He'll pull it down. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Floyd. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find some positive yards.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick completion on the out.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for him.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Back open in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. After that completion, move the sticks. It's 1st down. The corners are walked up tight. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. On the move. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Using his legs to buy some time. The throw. He's got his man.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that show. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle, jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
So now on comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good.
That makes the score Stanford 14, App State 10.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Working that left side now. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. He's looking to throw it. Got his man on the right.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. They're working that left side. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Stanford wants to push the pace. Comes out throwing on first down. He's looking on the right side. Into the house. Touchdown, Cardinal!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Tosses it back. Feeling some heat. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And then that's the problem with the free football, right? It takes time to develop, and you could tell they handed it off. They didn't really bite it too much and continue to rush the passer, get to the quarterback, and put a good lick on him, Jesse, as he's throwing the football.
Yeah, the offensive line is going to be kicking themselves when they watch this on film because they had a touchdown on that play. If they could have just given the quarterback another split second to throw.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stanford set to boot it deep to start this second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. Smith wants to throw. Looking to take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, App State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kansas State looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 31 over the Astronauts. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Stanford offense offense making its way back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dan. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him tonight.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Line is set on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. He makes the connection. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Here's the handoff. Keeps the legs moving. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Smith dropping to pass. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double cover.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. He'll throw it. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space and great awareness by the receiver getting his feet down in bounds.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Pushes ahead. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal coming up. On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Fires to the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Brought down at the 25-yard line. Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Stanford 21, App State 17.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Smith wants to throw. He's got it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. How about that heads-up play? You're coming out of the backfield, and all of a sudden the ball's in your breadbasket.
Yeah, how about that? Just seeing the ball tipped up, deflected in the air. The running back's like, all right, I'll take it. I'll make the catch. That goes down in the stat book as a catch.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Trying to hit the sideline on the right.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the middle. Got it! Touchdown, Appalachian State! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's got it again. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Going to the running game. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
A 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Give to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. To the air, it's Saunders. Throws toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And this offense stays aggressive, and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The give to the tailback. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw on that last play.
They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Handoff to the single back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You've got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score, like you said, Reese. Work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.